Hey guys, just wanted to do a real nice special shout out to two of my channels that I really watch a lot, that I learn a lot of information from, and that's shout out to Pazzo TV. He's an awesome person to watch here on YouTube. He's got like 8 or 9 thousand subscribers, lots of information. He's funny and makes you have a good time while he talks about saltwater and things like that. So I definitely ask, go subscribe to his channel. And also a super special shout out to D from Brooklyn. I love D from Brooklyn's channel. He does freshwater and saltwater, but this guy has so much knowledge. He's been in the game for a while. And a long time ago when I had a small channel doing my saltwater, me and him did a big review on D-Sunny lights. And hopefully he remembers. I talked to him about it, about the D-Sunny lights. And just definitely want to do a big shout out to him as well. Go check out his channel, subscribe to him. You will have a great time with these two channels. So just wanted to put that in there. Hey guys, this is James, Fishsticks TV, and I want to go ahead and do another episode. And this is like part 2 of my plumbing. So I want to go ahead and get into it. I have not put on the overflow yet. So I got to do that. Got to use the silicone, silicone it along, get it up on there, and tape it up, let it set, and it's good. But I do have all the plumbing done. And I went with, of course, the 3/4 return. And it's real simple, just real simple return. And then here's my mag, my 12 mag pump. Went ahead and put that on there. And then from here to there, basically it's just going to be a hose clamped on, and that'll be easy enough. So it's not too bad. What I have done now is the 1-inch return, the 1-inch drain. And as you see, I have my ball valves on there and my unions. And that goes right into my filter sock. So I'm very happy to have that done. A lot of beginners, when they start plumbing, they mess up. And, I don't want to say they mess up, but they realize that they put their plumbing really, really close to the back, okay? And what that does is when you have your magnet to scrape the glass, a lot of people stop scraping the back of their glass because what they've done is the plumbing is too close to the back and their magnet can't go underneath. So with all my plumbing, I always make sure that I have enough space. Look at that. I have enough space where I can where I can scrape or get rid of algae all the way even around the bulkheads. So the back can be cleaned up the way I want it. So I do that. And, for any of you guys beginning to do that, if you want your back of your tank to look nice, I advise you to do that as well, so you do have room to clean the back of your glass. Some people feel automatically that everything's got to be pressed up to the back of that glass. Even the tank needs to be butted up to a wall. And that's not necessarily true. This tank is going to be catty-cornered in between 2 walls, and there's going to be a door behind it where I can actually go through that door and go to the back of this tank and do any maintenance I need along with my front doors in there. I always advise to have 2 or 3 feet or a body length where you can get in between and do stuff. And the reason why is, what happens if this cracks? What happens if there's a leak? Your bulkhead rubber gets old, it starts to leak. What happens if all these joints that you do are only as good, it can only last so long. By moving and tweaking and doing things, you can snap a piece, and next thing you know, you sprung a leak. And if you got this thing up against the wall and you can't get back there, you're going to have a lot more trouble. So I always make sure that I leave space where I can walk back here behind this tank, and I can turn, twist, cut, fix, or do anything behind it. And I advise you guys too. That's super, super important. So definitely think about those things when you're plumbing your tank. For example, this looks really wobbly right here, but I'm going to have something where it's braced and it's not. It's going to be, everything's going to be super, super tight. So now I want to go ahead and show you guys a little bit of my live rock that I have, that I got in. It's not much, it's like 40 pounds. And let me show you it now. It's just some dry rock that came in that I had gotten. It's never been put in a tank. It's pretty pretty white, if you will. So I got this from a guy that I know that I've been working on the tank with, and his tank too. This is brand new dry rock that he's never used. He ended up buying too much. So this is the Carib Sea dry rock, and it's really good. I'm going to get another 20 pounds from him, and then I'm probably going to end up getting a little bit of live rock to seed everything and get things moving when the water gets into the tank. So here's a little bit of the dry rock. Like I said, I can get some more, but this is brand new dry rock. It's never been in a system, so it has been sitting in water before to cure and things like that. So you'll see a little bit of algae that's dried up on there. Before I put it in here, I will put it in water and brush it off and do things. But this is sealed up dry rock, which is awesome. And that's really about it, guys. Just a little bit of my mess here, showing some of the tools I've used to do my PVC plumbing, things I've messed up on. I do want to show you that here's some pieces that I've messed up on and stuff like that. When you go and buy your plumbing or you map out your plumbing, I had drawn this before I started. I drew how I wanted it. And a basic outline of how I was going to do it. Okay, I'd drawn it on paper. Then from there, I figured out how many elbows, how many unions, and of course, you automatically got to go a ball valve on each line you do. A lot of people get crazy and want gate valves, and this doesn't need to be that complicated. You don't need a gate valve. You don't need all this crazy stuff. You do need ball valves, because what's going to happen is when I first turn this on, and once I know everything's sealed, the first thing it's going to do is this tank's going to start leveling out. And you're going to notice that either too much is draining and too much is being returned into the tank, or not enough is being returned into the tank and too much is draining. So what's going to happen is, right off the bat, my sump is going to fill up really fast with water and continue to fill until it overflows, or the tank's going to do that. So what these ball valves do is they play a big part in the game. When one is going too fast or the other is going too slow, you turn them until you get a perfect balance in between, where it's finally your sump is holding the right position for water and your tank is holding the right position for water. And then once you get that dialed in and tuned in, your ball valves will stay at that position. So these ball valves have not been used yet, of course, because there's no water, but they will be moved into a tweaked into a position where it levels everything out. Okay, sort of like when you're driving a car, your clutch, it levels everything out before you can switch gears. You know what I mean? You can ride your clutch, you can do that stuff and everything else. So that's what these ball valves do. They're just not on there to shut something off and turn something on. They're going to be tweaked to be moved in a specific position to let this flow run of the water. So it's very important you have ball valves, one on each line. Okay, I don't think you need more than that. Gate valves are more expensive and they're more bulkier, and I guess they could do the same thing, but I don't think they're needed. I just don't think they're needed. I think you would have to have a very sophisticated system to do that, and your plumbing should not be sophisticated. It should be simple. It should be to the point where your drain does one thing, it drains. Okay? Your return should do one thing, get the water and return it. There shouldn't be all kinds of crazy stuff in between it, and and make it look very, very complicated. So some people take it to the max. And the reason why I went with purple is because I knew I was going to use the white pieces. And I knew with the white pieces I was going to mess up with the primer. So when those mess up from a distance, the purple and white look perfect. Even though in between some parts you'll see some mess ups with the purple under stuff. So I thought the purple would be perfect. And it blends in very easy. It looks really, really cool actually here in person. So see, here's some mess up right there. Oh, whoops, right there. And then right here is my top. So if this thing gets noisy, with that top piece right here, I can drill a hole into that and I can quiet the tank. And I could drill the hole out to whatever size that I need it to make the tank get quiet. Or I can put a line in there and then turn it into a valve where there's no gurgling or no massive noise. Never had a problem with that, but if you do, that's what you do. You put a top on there and then you drill out a hole and it releases the air to stop the gurgling. But anyway, there is part 2. Again, one thing I forgot I was going to mention because I got talking too much. I believe you should always buy extra pieces. Everything's pretty cheap when you go to Home Depot or Lowe's. Buy extra pieces because you may mess up on your design. You may have cut too short or went too long, and you've already glued pieces together, for example, and then you go, damn, I can't use that. And then you've wasted a couple pieces. Then the next thing you got to do is you got to go spend time and go back to the store, stand in line, look for the pieces, buy extra pieces, come home, do it, put it together, and then whatever pieces you have left or baggies you haven't opened, go return back to the store and get your money back. So I do advise that. You are going to need your cement and your primer to go ahead and mend your PVC together. And I do recommend definitely, if you're looking to have fun with this and everything be visual about your tank, go to bulkreefsupply.com and you can buy. They have all colors of this PVC pipe. Sure, you can go to Home Depot for $6 and buy a stick, and it's white. But for fun, it's like $12 for 58 inches in a 3/4 inch in a 1 inch, and you could get blue, yellow, orange, red, purple. You can get all those colors. They don't have black. So if they had black, that'd be dope. I would have got it. But it just kind of makes it look cooler. It gives it fun, and for the extra few bucks, I think it's worth it. And you should definitely go check out Bulk Reef Supply and see their colors they have. You're spending money on a sub that has the ruby red or the sapphire blue and this and that. You're spending your money on your background and all this. That's what I'm saying. Run with the theme and make it look nice. Purple always looks good because when you got your lights on blue and violets, the plumbing's going to look pretty cool too. So not like everyone's going to see it, but it. You've put it together. It just makes it a little bit more fun for you when you do it. So I'm going to leave it at that. Next video, I think we're going to go ahead and get crazy and get the sand and the live rock put in place. And I'll have my overflow right here. I'll have my overflow put on, and we'll start getting water in the tank. So that's to come. I might do a video before that showing the ROI system, how I've set it up with my barrel, and we'll see if that's important. I need to put in the video. So those videos are to come. And want to give a shout out to Leo Pazzo TV. He does awesome fish tank reviews and in his fish channel. You can go to Leo Pazzo Productions, and you can check out his YouTube channel. He does awesome stuff up in Canada, and he's DIY, and he's got a huge tank. He does questions and answers, definitely want to give a shout out to him. And I definitely want to give a shout out to my boy in Brooklyn, D from Brooklyn. I love his channel. If you're looking for an awesome channel to watch, he doesn't got 1 million subscribers, and he's not into, to having 1 million subscribers. He is one of the coolest cats that I know. When you listen to him talking and his knowledge and everything like that, you're just going to learn a lot from him. And he's an awesome dude. So shout out to D. And he's got a lot of knowledge to share with you guys. So go check out his channel. And that's it for you guys. Talk to you guys later.